I went on a youth trip to Poland and we went to Auschwitz-Birkenau. There's a book of the names of everyone that was murdered in Auschwitz. For some reason, I went up and I looked up my own name, Rebecca Frank. And there they were, Rebecca Frank after Rebecca Frank. I really connected to them. And when I eventually got home from the trip, I began obsessively researching them and wanting to learn as much as I could. There was one Rebecca Frank who was from Antwerp, Belgium, that had been murdered at Auschwitz when she was 16, which was only a little bit older than I was at the time. And I just remember learning so much about her story. And I think in many ways, I wanted to continue doing this work for her and for the Rebecca Franks that had such different experiences and really endings than me. I'm the last generation that gets to know Holocaust survivors personally. And so I really see it as such a responsibility and a calling to get to meet with these Holocaust survivors, care for their objects, and then in turn tell their stories for future generations, especially today in a time of rising anti Semitism and racism and xenophobia and hate speech. It's as important as ever for us to really be learning from the survivors themselves. It's a lot harder to hate someone when you know their story. I'm actually from Sandy Hook, Connecticut, where 10 years ago there was a mass shooting and 26 individuals were murdered. And a couple of years ago, a group of Sandy Hook students actually came to the museum and met with a Holocaust survivor here. And it was such a powerful experience for them to talk with her and for them to share their stories and their trauma of having survived the Sandy Hook shooting and also hear about her experience. I really see so much importance and value in that. There's so many lessons to be learned from this history. Some of these lessons are about standing up against injustice in the world, fighting for what's right, connecting with other people and, using one's voice and really practicing a lot of kindness. Some of the stories that I latch onto the most when learning about the Holocaust and learning these different stories are those of resistance and of spiritual resistance and of people that fought back and who risked their lives, both Jews and non-Jews, to survive. I think there's so much beauty and power in learning about that history, especially today in a world where there's so much hatred.